A ride program consists of one or more cruisers parked on the side of the road at a busy area of the city. The cruisers will have their roof lights activated. You're driving along in your lane, you come up to the ride program. The first thing that's going to happen is the officer's going to stop you.
How you doing?
Good.
Doing a ride program this evening, sir. Have you had anything alcoholic to drink?
If you say, yes, I have had something, they may ask you a couple other questions. When was your last drink? How much did you have? What did you have? At that point, usually the officer will determine whether they're going to place you on the roadside screening device, arrest you for impaired, or send you on your way. The roadside screening device is an investigative tool that police officers use in order to determine if there's any alcohol in your system at the time. This is one such device. It is an approved instrument by the Solicitor General and is listed in the Criminal Code of Canada. The roadside screening device will help me to determine whether you have had alcohol in your system. If you blow a certain letter, which I would show you, an A, that constitutes a 12-hour license suspension. It's not a criminal charge. It's getting you off the road for 12 hours. We take your license and you pick it up at the front desk at the police station. If you blow an F, that means it's a fail. At that point, the officer will arrest you for drive over 80 milligrams, read you your rights and caution, which basically is your right to remain silent, and you will be given a breathalyzer demand. At that point, you will be escorted to Balmoral Street Station and will be turned over to a breath technician. Okay, sir, come with me, please. John?
Okay.
Just have a seat on the bench right there for me. This is Mr. John Smith. He was arrested for drive over 80 milligrams. He was arrested at 2:35 after failing the roadside screening device at 2:37. He has been given his rights to counsel. He's declined to call a lawyer, and he was given the breathalyzer demand at 2:37. So he's ready to conduct the 2 tests for you.
Hello, Mr. Smith. I'm Constable West with the Thunder Bay Police. I'm a qualified breath technician designated by the Solicitor General of Ontario. I need you to come with me over here. And if you could just have a seat in the chair over here, please.
Once you're brought into the breath testing room and introduced to the breath tech, you'll be required to provide 2 samples of your breath into the approved instrument. In the case of the Thunder Bay Police, the approved instrument is an Intoxilyzer 5000C.
What I'm going to require you to do is provide a sample of your breath. Now, what I want you to do is take a very big deep breath, kind of like
the 2 tests that you provide will be spaced approximately 15 minutes apart.
Take a very big deep breath. You're going to make a tight seal with your lips around the end of this breath tube. You're going to blow in here until there's an audible tone coming out of this instrument, and you're going to keep blowing until I tell you to stop blowing.
During the interval between the 2 tests, the technician will ask you several questions, and a number of forms will be completed.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. If you just have a seat on the chair there.
Once the second test is completed, you will be taken out of the room and brought back to the arresting officer.
Okay, Mr. Smith, as a result of the Intoxilyzer blows, you are going to be charged with drive over 80 milligrams under this section of the Criminal Code. And because the blows are a little high, we're going to keep you in custody until you're a little bit sober and someone can come and pick you up. Do you understand that, Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Okay, in addition to that, you're also going to be served a 90-day driving suspension. Because you blew over 80 milligrams, you will not be allowed to drive within 90 days. Okay, do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay, sir, come and have a step this way, and we're going to put you in the cells, okay? Just walk down the hallway here.
If you are convicted for impaired driving, you can expect a monetary fine of about $1,000. On top of that, you can expect that you will have a criminal record, and you will lose your license for a statutory period of 1 year. The age group that concerns me the most right now is the age group between 18 and late 20s. These are the people that for a long time were using the designated driver, were taking cabs, but for some reason they've stopped doing that. We're noticing people going to the bars with their cars and trying to drive afterwards. It's causing a lot of concern because it's dangerous. We as the police are going to address this. We're going to use as much manpower as we can. We're going to use different techniques, and we will be actively trying to enforce the impaired driving laws with as many people as we can.
The big thing right now is the drugs. They're under the impression that they can't get charged or they can't get caught when they've been smoking a couple of joints. Think again. I've been on this job a long time, and other officers have too. I know when someone's impaired by drug. I know when someone's impaired by alcohol. And alcohol and drugs do the same thing. They impair your ability to operate a motor vehicle. That motor vehicle is a 3,000-pound missile. And if you go out and if you've been smoking up, I am going to find you, and you will get charged and held accountable for your actions.
I think the toughest part, once you get over the carnage of people that have been seriously injured, they might still be in the vehicles. The next hardest thing to get over as a police officer is thinking that very shortly thereafter, your job is to go to that person's family and let them know that you died as a result of that crash. It is something that you start thinking about as soon as you get to the accident scene, because you know that there's going to be a mom or a dad, or there's going to be a brother or sister, or sometimes even kids that you know are waiting for this person to get home. And it's something that you start thinking about and worrying about, and it gets harder and harder as you walk up to the door.
One night of fun can change your life forever.
There's so much information out there, and people still think, well, it won't be me. I'm a good driver when I'm drunk. I've heard that excuse. Or, it'll never happen to me. There's not enough police on the road to stop me. Okay? My feeling is, when my niece and my family are out on the road, and if you have the ability to take their life, that concerns me. Don't do it. It's not worth it.
Make sure that we don't have to go to somebody's home and let them know that somebody won't be coming home.